Hello YouTube friends and family, Stephen from Small Adventures here. Today, I've got a final video on a couple of model build projects. First up, we have a Salvinos JR Models donor kit with power slide decals that I found on eBay. You might want, if you want the set of these decals, just check eBay. You may find a set at Mike's Decals. Link will be in the description down below. This kit was one I was working on for a couple of months ago. I got stalled out on it. The reason I got stalled out on it, I just dreaded masking it off to do the paint. Kit went together well. At least it's one of the old monogram kits that Salvinos has. They do go together well. Easy enough to assemble. I did have an issue with this one, a couple of issues. If you'll notice, there are no side windows here in the back. They were not in the box, so they're not on the car. I have zero doubt whatsoever that Salvinos would have taken care of that if I had called them. They're a great bunch of guys over there. I just didn't think it was worth the hassle for them. And the famous windshield fitment issue these kits had. These kits have had this since the 80s. I have heard tell, if I'm not mistaken, that they've corrected that in some of the newer kits. This wasn't one of them. And I had some builder error. I'm not going to point out all of them, but the obvious one is color choice. The blue that I chose, it's a Tamiya paint. I forget which TS code it was, but it was slightly off. The cap was almost a dead ringer for it, but the paint itself came out a little darker than I was expecting. But I don't think it looks too bad on it. I mean, if the real shame is you can tell it with the decals. But it looks good on the shelf. I did have some builder issues under the hood, so I just glued the hood shut. By the time I got back on this after it's sitting for a couple of months, the parts didn't want to glue together right, so I just glued it shut. And some placement of the contingency decals are off, you know, on the as referenced to the real car, which these did change pretty much every race, so it's possible that he could have raced a race with the decals in this exact order. It looks decent on the shelf. That's all that mattered to me on this one.
Five minutes later.
And lastly, after finishing a buddy build with my dad, was trying to decide what I wanted to build, and I wanted to build several, and I couldn't make up my mind, so I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to do a quick pre-painted kit just to get something else on the shelf that looks decent while I make my decision. And this is Revell's Chip Foose inspired 2013 Dodge Challenger SRT 8 with that fabulous 392 Hemi that I wish my Charger had. Now this one practically fell together. It is pre-painted. Well, the body's pre-painted. You know, you've got the interiors comes molded in the color that you see. Not quite black, like a charcoal gray. I did do a little paint detail in there that you can't really see. mostly using a silver Sharpie. 45 to 50 parts on this. It fell together effortlessly. This was a sub 24-hour build. I did take some of the Tamiya Panaline accent color and darken the wheels a little bit to make it look less toy-like. The decals in this kit that was produced in 2015, according to the copyright on the directions, they were just about past their expiration date. It took a lot of patience to get these decals. This was two pieces, the back piece and the front piece. I did add some paint detail to make it more accurate and more realistic. I got the little recesses in the hood. You can see the little 392 Hemi emblems on the hood. Underneath, basically just sprayed the exhaust. But if you look close, you can see the brake rotors. I painted those. It's got an extra 50 horsepower because I painted the calipers red. See if we can get this hood off. Did a little paint detail under the hood. All of this was molded in green. It's now flat black like the real car was. Real simple kit. I had two of these. I picked them up. I think it was like $8 a piece. Give you a quick preview of what's coming next, hopefully, as far as models. This is my completed buddy build with my dad, but it's just a sneak peek. So hopefully I can get down to my dad's one day this week and take mine down there and take the model car garage and shoot a video of both buddy builds together. I will also get footage of a 40 Ford sedan delivery that he made, a street rod. So I want to thank everybody for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. I want to thank all my subscribers. You guys are the best part of YouTube, is all the new friends that you make. Thank you so much. You are greatly appreciated. And I hope everybody has a great week, has a great weekend when it gets here. We will see you on the next video.